Yes, good afternoon, one and all. As we were discussing yesterday about uh, the first unit, just we'll have a recap, then we'll complete five more like units are there. That five more units will complete today. Thank you. Yes. So yesterday we were discussing about the block one, that is language as communication. So I gave the definition here. And see, language serves several functions in communication. I like language is arbitrary, language is dynamic. It changes. And what is dialect? And what more? What is communication and all that we already discussed, right? And you could see the essential social context of human communication, that is cultural context. Okay, cultural norms and values, language, symbols. Okay, symbols is like they mention clearly like non-verbal communication such as hand gestures, okay, facial expressions and all, right? and social identity and relationship. Okay, and social context. Okay, physical environment, time, communication medium, rational. No, no, no. This is actually relational context, relationship, history, emotional state, trust and rapport. That yesterday, all each and everything uh, I mentioned. Okay, and the next unit will see uh, that is unit two. What is the language and language proficiency and all? Before that, it will finish within 5 minutes. Then we'll move on to the our main topics. Yes, I'm trying to share the PPTs. Yeah. That we have already discussed about the previous PPT and all. So what I'll do here, we'll see what we have not discussed and all. That is unit 20. Okay, the last unit, enabling and evaluating listening and spoken skills. Okay, nature of listening and speaking. Listening, a receptive skill involving understanding spoken language. Speaking, a productive skill require articulation and fluency. Okay, listening. If you listen to the opponent person, or if you listen information carefully, then only you can understand it well and you can convey. Okay, and speaking is a productive skill requiring articulation and fluency and interdependency. Listening and speaking work together in communication, culture, and contextual factors. Okay. Interdependencies, listening and speaking work together in communication, right? So if you're if somebody joined, we would have discussed it, discuss about it well, that interdependence, like how what you are listening and what you are understanding. I could have asked some questions, but unfortunately, nobody joins actually the online classes. Okay, that's what we can't have the healthy discussion in the class. It's a monotonous. Just I'm only speaking, and I don't know how many of you are listening, and whether you are understanding or not, and what are your barriers, and what are your challenges and all. All right. Cultural and contextual factors. Language use depends on social and cultural setting. Okay. Teaching oral skills. Okay. Encouraging interaction. Okay. Teaching oral skills. Encouraging interaction. Okay. Role play group discussions. Okay. If a teacher allows students, okay, allowing in the sense that class becomes the children centered, okay, or child centered classroom. More preference, more choice, more importance, and more value, not value, but more preference will be given to the students. Okay. Then students plays some role plays or group discussions. If a teacher give any topic and ask them to discuss or do any role plays, okay, or conduct any role plays, then of course they speak themselves, okay, and they understand each other, they share their information and all. So a student-centric classroom or a constructive classroom, okay. Constructive classroom I mentioned here, student construct their knowledge on their own because every student have their own capabilities, individual capabilities. What do you say? Don't, don't they have? Because if the children do not have their own capabilities, then by born or by birth or after birth, soon after birth, how they are learning the language, how they are constructing their own language, how they are synthesizing, how they are analyzing, how they are communicating with the friends, how they are communicating with the family, how they are communicating with the neighbors, that is called so-called society. Okay. So they are learning by seeing, by understanding. Okay. So in a student-centric classroom, we should give the opportunity. Okay. Developing pronunciation and fluency, repetition exercises, phonetics practice. Okay. So we should not blame any children. Um, okay. Okay, any children. Because first of all, a teacher should know how to pronounce the words. Okay, how to articulate. Okay. And he and she must know how to pronounce the word, phonetics transcriptions, phonetic knowledge, where to stress, way to not stress, how to pronounce, intonation and all. If they know, then only the children become a good speaker. Okay. Expanding vocabulary using real life context for new words. Okay. If I explain it and goes, then it won't finish. So just I'll read, and if I feel something difficult to understand to you, then I'll try to explain. Teaching listening strategies, active listening and summarizing. Providing constructive feedback, helping learners improve through their corrections. Testing oral skills. Okay. Pronunciation and clarity, assessing and speech articulation, fluency and coherence, evaluating smooth and structured speech, listening comprehension, checking understanding and responsibility, conversation and interactions, testing engagement in discussions, task-based assessment, role plays and storytelling and interviews. Yes. Conversation and interaction, testing engagement in discussions, task-based engagements, role plays and storytelling and interviews, problems in teaching oral skills, lack of confidence, fear of making mistakes, limited exposure to English, few opportunities to practice, pronunciation challenges, difficulty with certain sounds, large class sizes, less individual speaking practice, limited sources, lack of language labs or listening tools, solutions for teaching oral skills, building confidence, encouraging risk taking and practice, increasing exposure, listening to native speakers using multimedia, phonetic training, teaching pronunciation systematically, small group activities, ensuring more speaking opportunities, leveraging technology, using apps, online conversations, enabling oral skills, okay, self-development possibilities, practicing daily conversations, okay, speaking with peers, recording speech, using language learning apps, Duolingo, BBC Learning English, okay, these are a few apps. Other apps are also there, okay. Listening to English media, podcast, and movies, audiobooks. So, how many of you are aware of the audiobooks? Audiobooks are available like Kuku FM. Okay, they are introducing the digital books, and also um, Kindle. The Amazon people are Amazon website. You should get the subscription. Then you will get the digital books, like you can listen and understand the books. Okay. Seeking feedback, recording speech and analyzing improvement areas. So this is the 20th unit, and we'll see other units also. Yes, now I'll share the screen with the 19th unit. Yeah. Listening in spoken interaction. Introduction to listening in spoken interaction. Listening is an essential part of communication. Introduction to listening and introduction to listening in spoken interaction. Listening is an essential part of communication. It involves active, it involves actively processing and understanding spoken language. Effective listening leads to better interaction and comprehension. Okay. Purpose of listening. Understanding spoken messages, building relationship and trust, responding appropriately in conversations, gathering information and learning new ideas, enhancing critical thinking and decision making. It's very, very important. The the one who didn't take the screenshot now, try to take, because in LSRW, listening plays a crucial role. Introduction to the listening in spoken interaction. Listening is an essential part of communication. Okay. It involves actively processing and understanding spoken language. Effective listening leads to better interaction and comprehension. Purpose of listening: understanding spoken messages, building relationships and trust, responding appropriately in conversations, gathering information and learning new ideas, enhancing critical thinking and decision making. Roles played by the listener. Okay. Active participant engages in the conversation with feedback. Receiver of information focus on the understanding the message. Clarifier ask question to ensure understanding. Supporter shows empathy to encourages the speaker. Evaluator analyzes and processes the spoken content. Skills of listening is recognizing sounds and words, understanding pronunciation, identifying main ideas, grasping the core message, and understanding details, catching specific information, making inferences, reading between the lines, predicting contents, okay, predicting content, anticipating what comes next, developing listening skills, practice active listening, focus, avoid distractions, improve vocabulary, improve vocabulary, pronunciation helps comprehension, engage in conversation, interact with different speakers, use audio resources, listen to podcasts, lectures, and dialogues. Ask questions and paraphrase, clarify and confirm, and understanding. In conclusion, listening is a key skill for effective communication. Understanding different roles and sub skills improves interaction. Developing strong listening skills enhance learning and comprehension. Okay, with this, we've completed the 19th unit. Next, we'll see the unit, 18th unit. Okay, that is, that is one-way speaking. One-way speaking is what is happening now. In television also, newsreader will be reading. Okay, and others will listen. That's it. Hmm. We can't ask immediate questions. We can't give immediate feedback also because now I'm teaching you online and nobody can ask me the question. No, I can't ask question to anybody because I don't know how many of you are joining. If joining also, I don't know how many of you are paying the attention. So one-way speaking is a form of communication where only one person speaks and the audience listen. I'm speaking here and you are the audience. You are listening from there. Lecture, speech, and announcements and presentation. Remember, recall your train journey once, what you will do. Okay. Informative speaking, persuasive speaking, entertaining speaking, instructional speaking. Context of one-way speaking. Educational settings, lectures, classroom presentations, media and broadcasting, news reports, podcast. Public speaking events, political speeches and TED Talks. So how many of you know the TED Talks? Context of one-way speaking. Educational setting, lecture, classroom presentations, media and broadcasting, news reports and podcast, public speaking events, political speeches and TED Talks, corporate and business meetings, meeting, training and sessions, religious, cultural sermons. Okay. Nature of language used in one-way speaking, formal and semi-formal, audience-centered, persuasive information, use of rhetorical. Okay. Examples of Example of one-way speaking, a teacher giving a lecture, a news anchor reporting live, a politician delivering a speech, a motivational speaker can at an event. So here, one-way speaking is a key communication skill. Effective and language choice are crucial. Effective speakers language their audience despite no direct interaction. Thank you for paying your attention. Okay. Next, we'll see the other unit. Next, we'll see the face-to-face interaction. Okay. Understanding futures and skills in communication, that is unit 17. What is face-to-face interaction? Direct or real-time communication between people. Use both verbal and non-verbal. More spontaneous and interactive than written. Features of face-to-face spoken interaction. Immediate feedback and response. Use of tone, pitch, and vocabulary to convey emotion. Eye contact and facial expressions enhance. Hare. Eye contact and facial expressions enhance meaning. Natural use of pauses, repetition, and informal language. Skills involved in speaking. Skills involved in listening. Why are these skills important? Improve understanding and reduce miscommunication, building stronger personal and professional relationship, enhances confidence and conversations, help in effective teamwork and collaborations. See, my dear friends, with this, we have completed the entire syllabus. Okay. Thank you for paying your great attention and thank you so much. If you have any queries and questions, so I am giving my mail ID here, okay, in the chat box. Please note down, take a screenshot. So I'm taking leave. Thank you so much. But have a nice day. And ask me if you have any questions through this mail ID. Okay. Again, I'm posting.